historical boxer who's gonna come up here and knock me out. Mike Tyson is up here, kid. What's up, God?
Remember that shit back in that corny ass tape?
Yo,
he still does it.
Yo, we love you, Mike. You're a boxing promoter now, man. What's up, man?
Yes, this is true. This is true. I invaded the game of boxing.
Wow. So you're going to defeat all the politics? You're going to go against the grain?
Listen. The politics are never going to be defeated. We're going to have to work around the politics because this is not going to work well unless they have some government operated, from boxing. We got to watch these guys. We can't watch these guys on our own. We need the law to be involved with us and to help us do this. It's not going to be able to be done with yes. Are
you going to bring fear into the boxing world again? Because that's why there's no fear anymore. Nobody's scared.
True.
Everybody's so pussy now, right?
These promoters, man. Damn.
No, they have a lot to do with the officials and stuff. They have bad decisions, robberies, overmatching guys when they fight one another, and that just turn people away from boxing, and that's why they turn into other physical sports like the MMA. Look, one guy tried to look. They said Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather was a draw. Now, who was that? Listen, that guy was as blind as the three blind mice.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's funny you said that. You're very undisputed with the truth out there, and I think you're gonna have to bring that into the promotion. You're like an expert in beating up promoters. Are you gonna bring that back?
Well, I've done that on a few occasions, but I don't seek to become an expert in that particular exponent. And
well, in your new book, you're brutally honest on how you took care of a lot of the promoters.
Well, that was a long time ago. I'm not willing to go through that path again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to deal with the way of Buddha some kind of way and some kind of effects. I'm not going to be a deadbeat dad, but I'm just going to try to be on the righteous.
What do you go after first in a promoter? The neck or the body?
There's no particular parts, you know. But someone was struck in that particular situation, and I don't like to talk much, but yes, I like striking people.
Yeah.
There was anger involved. And,
and you still want to kill Don King?
No, I really like him. Yes, I'm a good man, and I don't want to do that. I want to clean up all my wreckage from the past and do my amends.
Is this part of that, being a promoter, kind of by cleaning up the trash of the sport?
I can't clean up boxing. I can only clean my side of the streets.
Right.
That's all I'm responsible for. And people have to clean their side.
We have a lie detector expert up here. Maybe we should test Mike Tyson on that Don King.
Where's he at?
On that Don King question.
Show me him. And I'll show you the biggest liar in our bunch.
You just came from Dubai. I just came from Dubai. And then you left a whole bunch of people out there. Those Arabs were going crazy. I came like 2 days after you left. I did that Cirque du Soir. I was out there.
Trip right out there, right?
Yeah, they love you over there. You're like God over there.
Hey, I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from that God stuff.
You're like Allah over there, man.
Allahu Akbar.
All right, we gotta go to music. But let's take Mike Tyson DJ real quick, and we'll come right back. What are you listening to right now? Like gothic music or what?
No way, man. What you listen to? What everybody else is listening to?
You listen to Drake and all that,
and Drake and all that stuff.
What? Yo, can you imagine Mike Tyson dancing to "I Went Home to You"? You listen to "Coming Home"? Drake joint?
Well, no, I'm not listening to that, but I listen to Drake stuff, but not that one.
You know what? I think he would really listen to Kendrick Lamar. I
love Kendrick Lamar
because he's like the animalistic.
Yeah, he's really, and he's not like the typical Los Angeles rapper. He's really ferocious. Most of the guys were just radical, but they were never vicious and fierce.
Yo, he's getting me amped right there. Let's do this Kendrick Lamar mix. We'll be right back. Somebody told me that you're trying to get the King of New York title.
Not me, man. That must be a big burden, huh?
Nah, Jay-Z, he's a little tired right now of all this being the King of New York. Maybe you can come and knock him out. And
the King of New York don't pay taxes. The King of New York don't have bills. And the King of New York, yes, he absorbs everybody else's money and they pay taxes to him.
Yeah, that's
what the King of New York does.
He's got the right idea.
Yeah, the King of New York ain't gonna be no nigga either. Trust me.
Yeah, you are
it's gonna be I ain't gonna be no nigga. Ain't gonna let no nigga. He may let him look like the King of New York. Shit.
Everybody loves your brutal honesty. In your book, I see you describe everything to the T, even the sexual stuff. Like you didn't hold back.
Hey, listen, this is my ghostwriter right here, Ratso. Just get to the mic. You talk about some of this stuff, right? Is this stuff on right here?
Is that the pervert? The guy with the bad seat stuff?
It looks like a pervert thing going on here, right?
Grab the mic, sir. Got the bad seat on. This is your
Rats
girlfriend.
a beautiful sister as a wife. Beautiful African American sister, red bone, New Orleans.
Talk on the mic real quick so I can put your levels up, sir. Hey, all right, you're up now. Talk again, sir.
Great to be here.
Yeah, so you're the one that got in detail all the sexual stuff in the book.
I got detail all the stuff in the book, everything.
Everything, dude.
Every little detail.
He's not a sex therapist, a sex illuminatus. He's a ghostwriter. He did it all.
Oh, so but he didn't edit your stuff out, because in the book they stated that you went in detail with everything.
Well, talk to him about that.
Wait, what?
Discuss that with him.
He stated that in the book, everybody's telling me that they went through the book that he went in detail with everything.
Right.
So can you explain like the sexual stuff in there for the people that's perverts out there?
The sexual exploits.
Tell him what I did.
Could I explain what he did? Mike was a very sexually active guy after a certain period, because don't forget, for years he couldn't have any sex because he was so consumed with becoming the greatest boxer in history. I mean, that's, Cuss instilled in him that he would be, the champion of all champions. And at 20 years old, he was the heavyweight champion of the world. That's when he started getting really sexual active.
And then the thing that's crazy, even when you were locked up, the drug counselor. Wow.
Yes, this is true.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Well, talk more about that, please.
How was the drug counselor? Did he explain the detail in the moisture?
The moisture was an understatement. But no, you say that, Rat. So you discuss that. I'm a married man with children.
Yeah, of course. We're talking about the past, Mike.
No, but still, the past seems to always catch you in your future some kind of way, because you make a mistake and people don't understand the mistake that you made verbally, and it just gets caught up. It's Rat, so please explain.
Well, this is all secondhand, of course, but the
secondhand from the first hand.
That's right. But the drug counselor was a woman who wasn't making a lot of money, and she needed some repairs done to her house.
Wow.
And Mike saw there might be a quid pro quo operating here, and he hinted that he probably could get that roof fixed. And a few days later, money came.
And look out for the kid, too.
That's right.
Look out for the kid.
She was a single mom.
Look out for the kid. Look out for the baby.
You're a good guy,
Mike. Loves the kid.
But let's get real here.
Yeah.
So Mike begins to have a sexual congress with this drug counselor in jail. But the fact is that then she starts calling him down to her office 15 times a day. Mr. Tyson, please report to the drug counselor's office.
Damn,
that's why he was so wasted.
The moisture was crazy, right? Yo, Mike is the man, yo. And the fact that he stated that in the book, I'm asking you, okay? Yeah. He said that he had so much sex he didn't have time to work out.
Right, she drained him.
That's crazy. You really couldn't work out at all. That's how much shit was going on.
Right, so please explain.
Yes, Mike's cellmate said, "Mike, what are you doing? You have to start working out." Everybody's and the whole prison, all the other prisoners would always get on him and say, "Come on, champ, you got to get in shape. You got to get out there and you got to win the title back." And that's what happened.
Well, we're gonna come right back because I still have some more questions that maybe I don't have to ask him. We'll keep the sex stuff out the way. We'll get back to
sex is not appropriate for married men.
Yeah, let's get to the normalities. We'll be right back with The Moisture with Mike Tyson.
The Moisture with Mike.
And don't forget 8 p.m. tonight. The Moisture with Mike. Holy shit. HBO tonight, 8 p.m. We'll be right back.
Yes. No, I came out with the book because my wife said we need to have a book, and no one should be telling your story. Your kids should hear your story from your perspective.
Oh, okay.
You shouldn't die, and other people going to say this is how Mike lived his life. So they should hear it from your own mouth.
Smart woman.
Words. And plus, we need some fucking money.
This guy is the realest guy out there, man. Jesus Christ, man. and give me some prospects. You're a promoter now. Is there anybody you're looking into?
No, I have a young kid. His name is Erickson Lubin. He's the most sensational amateur athlete since since Oscar De La Hoya. And he skipped the Olympics. He turned pro with us. It's an amazing fighter. And I had him spar. He's 140 pounds. I had him box for my 135-pound champion. He dropped him. This is an amateur.
Wow.
And he's really a man-child and a really a young man to be reckoned with.
Man, so, you must have a lot of expectations in a boxer, especially with your experience.
No, I can't allow.
Do you compare what you've done with the new boxers?
People to what I've done. Most fighters are not as desperate as I was. You know, most fighters are not insecure as I was, and had something to prove with their manhood and all that stuff. So you can't expect the kid to do that. You know, some people need to blossom in their own time, in their own speed, so to speak.
So at that 140-pound weight class, that's pretty much the most exciting division right now.
Pretty much. He's gonna grow, this kid. He's a young, strong kid, real strong and talented. He's been fighting ever since he's what, 17? I've been fighting ever since he was 7. He's just really talented young kid.
I mean, you got Floyd and everybody else, but great talent within that 140, 147.
Yes, great talent.
And back to the book, a lot of white chicks are calling up. Is there a Brad Pitt chapter in the book, like a more in detail?
Ratso?
Yeah, a Brad Pitt. Oh, well, let's get to Can you explain the Brad Pitt situation?
The Brad Pitt story is aptly documented in the book. Yes.
Damn.
It's a great part of the play. One of my favorites. That and Mitch Green.
Can you add that he was pussy, or
excuse me?
Was he pussy, or should I ask him, was Brad Pitt pussy?
And what perspective?
Yeah, I don't want to fucking drop the dime on the play, but all right.
No, I didn't get the impression at all that he was a pussy.
Oh, okay.
In fact, you know, Mike was very valiant, and when Mike saw that what was going on, he said, "Well, I'll just come back tomorrow and get mine."
Oh, okay. You're such a great guy. I'm so happy you came through, Mike. Mike, you want to shout out the HBO special tonight, 8 p.m. Spike Lee?
No, you do it. It's your fucking job to do it.
All right, motherfucker. All right, 8 p.m. tonight, HBO. Spike Lee hooked it up. Check out Mike Tyson, Undisputed Truth. And, of course, it will be in high def. And I hear you got a nice suit on, too.
Yes, I do.